Oh, that was a little too much. How's the volume out there? Feels high from here. Speaking of high, who else is high? That music took me somewhere else. I felt like slow dancing. Good morning. I can't help it. I'm just say it like it is. I'm a romantic. I've never given that up. My name is Leah. I'm your facilitator this morning. Welcome and aloha. And aloha to those on the live stream, wherever you are in the world. I hope your world is beautiful. And I think a lot of it is how we make it. We choose to make it beautiful. So let's all choose to listen with open ears, open heart to a beautiful message this morning. Donna's going to read to us this morning from the New Thought. From the Science of Mind magazine. Same venue.
Thank you. Good morning. This is today's reading from the Science of Mind magazine. It's entitled Love Awakens and Transforms. The real power of love is to transform us. That's from Bell Books. And love points the way, and law makes the way possible. From the Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes. Love is a sacred alchemy that calls our spirit to awaken and expand. It is a living presence that stirs the depths of our being, inviting us to greater awareness and unconditional grace. True transformation, like spiritual love, does not occur overnight. It unfolds like a prayerful journey, a gradual release of the old self and an opening towards our highest, most luminous nature. Transformation through love begins within the sanctuary of our own heart, where spirit whispers truth and dissolves what no longer harmonizes with our sacred essence. As we soften resistance and expand our awareness, life begins to shift in subtle yet profound ways. Our thoughts become lighter, our hearts more attuned to peace, our joy more enduring. Love is the soul in which the soul's awakening grows, and every moment of surrender reveals deeper clarity and compassion. Today, I invite you to take time to release what no longer serve your soul, such as old patterns, fear-based thoughts, self-criticism, and limiting beliefs. Invite love to permeate every cell of your being, dissolving barriers with acceptance, grace, and compassion. With each breath, deepen your sense of connection to the divine and to life's creative fold. Let transformation be a gentle emergence, guided by love's wisdom rather than by force or striving. Remember, love is not asking us to become someone new. Love reveals who we are already, beloved, whole, and connected to the infinite. In every change, see spirit at work within, shaping every step towards coherence, peace, and life-affirming purpose. The affirmation today, I'll read through it briefly and then I'll have you repeat it along with me. Love transforms me. Each moment I align more deeply with spirit and step into my divine destiny. Love transforms me.
Transforms me.
Each moment I align more deeply with spirit.
Each moment I align more deeply with spirit
and step into my divine destiny.
and step into my divine destiny.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Wow. I don't know about anybody else out there, but that felt to me like a oversized Idaho potato, loaded, baked potato, loaded with everything I could want to put on it. That hit my heart. Is anybody else feeling that? I mean, this, by the way, if you haven't been here before and you're wondering, why are we doing this? Instead of clapping, we're online, we're on a streamline here, and we don't want to make so much noise there. But this is, we love it, and this is standing ovation. So join in when you feel it. And certainly that reading was a loaded baked potato. Okay. I really appreciate your music. That last piece was beautifully segued. Did you all notice going from classical to modern and then back to classical? It's a beautiful segue of music. And thank you for being here as our musical minister today. Thank you, Lauren. We're welcoming some more beautiful music from you. Thank you.
Meditation,
Yeah.
So we're
Oh,
going to
that's
do
right.
our silent meditation. So you can do whatever you like. One thing that I do, since the last talk was all about love, I have a meditation that I call lava meditation, LAVA. So when I breathe in, I think of loving awareness. And when I breathe out, I just say vent all. So that way you don't even have to name whatever it is you want to vent. So.
And just so you know, when we are time to come back into the room, we're going to close our eyes and go inside for the meditation. When it's time to come back, after he's done with his beautiful piece of music, and I will be adding to it. Okay? Thank you, everyone. Welcome back to the room, to the lanai, to being here together. Can you feel the beautiful energy this morning? I don't know about anyone else is sensing it, but it's not us just physical bodies on this lanai this morning. There's more people here. And that's a lovely thing when they come to visit, to listen to the music, to listen to the speaker, to be with us, to support us. They're always here, but today, there's extra ones. So welcome them all. Always feel that aloha spirit, as it is alive and well in all of us. And when we remind ourselves of that love that lives in us, that can be shared so beautifully, that is what can change the world, in my opinion. I love Gandhi's quote, "Be the change you want to see in the world." And every one of us, with our small ways and larger ways, are making a difference. So let's continue that. Woo-woo! All right. So I see a few new faces. And to introduce you to New Thought Center, because I don't have this memorized, I'm going to read, pardon me. And so that those of you here that are not familiar with New Thought, you can have a little bit more of an idea of where we came from and what this place is all about. About the Kona Center. Our mission is to provide a sanctuary of aloha for the nourishment, development, and evolution of each individual's unique spiritual path. Our history is that this group evolved from the Kona Community Church of Religious Science, founded in 1971. We have held Sunday services continually from that time, previously in Keaho, and since 1999 here in Kealakekua. Thanks to the pandemic of 2020 and 2021, we have developed the technical capabilities to hold our services online when necessary, and now we do it regularly, which is so nice to be able to reach out for those of us who can't physically be here. And I think we even have a regular person in Japan, as Pasha would say, right? We have a friend in Japan that is online regularly. So welcome to whoever's online, and welcome to all of us here. Our connection to the wider world is that we are affiliated with International New Thought Alliance, an umbrella organization that brings together groups and individuals who share certain common beliefs and attitudes. Among them, that the idea, a new thought embodied in consciousness produces a new condition. That's a quote from Judge Thomas Truest. And thoughts, as we all know here, and we all keep learning about, that truly thoughts are things. And I used to think that light was the fastest stuff in the universe. 186,000 miles per second. I was a professional photographer, studied lots of things about light, and then studying spirituality came to realize it's not. The fastest stuff in the universe is thought, because as soon as we think it, it is. That's pretty powerful, right? So catching ourselves when we have those thoughts that we want to reorganize or say, no, not today. We have the power to do that. Okay, I'm sorry, I got distracted. And also includes many unity and religious science churches and centers for spiritual living. And our logo, our beautiful logo here up on the wall, was created by Morty Breyer. And from the symbolism you can see in it, it encompasses everybody, because we are all one. All right. I'm gonna temporarily invite Laura to introduce herself. I'll do a longer introduction later, but she has a question for us, then we're going to pass the mic around, and we can each answer the question so we get to hear each other's thoughts and responses to this very important question.
I'm Laura Reid, and my question for you today is, if you had the world's attention for just a moment and could share a message in just 3 words or less, what would that message be?
I'm counting the words, I've got 4. Love is all there is.
We'll give you the 4th word for that one. Yeah.
Love is life, is law. Love is life, is law.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Jetayu. That's the Himalayan condor.
I'm Pasha. We are one.
Aloha, I'm Tiare. Live, love, laugh. I'm Jean. We are love.
I'm Tony. One world, one family.
I'm Nigel. Aloha, love, live.
I am Lara. We are self-healing.
Deanna, meditate.
Trish, love, peace, and joy.
Nance, you are love.
Amanda, play, curiosity, and heart.
I'm David, and love, let's love ourselves.
I'm Alicia. I am.
Aloha, Jamie. We are not alone in the universe.
Good morning again. I'm Don. I would just say we are one.
My name is Sally. Be kind.
I'm Karen, and I go with Pasha and Don. We are one.
I'm Shelba, and just show compassion.
Margie, empathy and compassion.
Randy, kindness all day.
I'm Jan. Let's get together.
Good morning. My name is Reagan. Don't worry, be happy.
Girling, live life now.
Candy, compassion.
I'm Faith. I don't know, just like be yourself.
I'm Pomakaye. All of the above.
These 3 words are a good segue into the song that we're all going to do. Inspiration, appreciation, and love.
Beautiful, all of you. Thank you. Mahalo. Yes.
I'll repeat the question for today. Came just in time. Is if you had the world's attention for just one moment and could share a message in 3 words or less, what would that message be? So you share your name and your 3 words.
Yeah. Okay, you go first. Hi, my 2 words would be live in the present. My name is Tina.
My name is Danny, and my 3 words are just be yourself.
Thank you, everyone. I'm going to pass out some song sheets. Most of us probably already know this first song on the list. I'm going to just kind of divide it in half. And if we need to share, just share.
By the way, this mic is on, right? Yeah, I think it is. I have a little bit of laryngitis, and my forte is not singing. So I need all you angels to really help me out on this one, all right? Thank you. I'm playing the melody on the piano too, so it should help. We're doing the top one, What a Wonderful World. Everybody have a music sheet? They want one? All right. I guess we're ready to hit it. 4-bar introduction. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see the blue for me and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people everywhere. I see friends shaking hands, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I heard babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll look up for never know anything to myself. What a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
The joy just got bigger on the lanai. Thank you for all your beautiful voices. Isn't that fun to have a sing-along? We can do more of that. It's really a treat. Speaking of treats, I don't know. When you're a parent, you're not supposed to have a favorite child, right? I only had one, so I was safe. But one of my favorite moments of New Thought Sundays is Miracles and Ordinaries. And those of you that are new might think, well, what is that? A miracle or an ordinary? It can be little, it can be small, it can be big, it can be surprising, it can be for you or somebody else in the past. And if you're really clairvoyant, the future. Come on up to the microphone. Come and share. Come on, I know you have stuff.
Good morning. I'm Elisa Leolani. And to me, it's a miracle that I'm here now on so many levels. This morning, I had arranged with a friend of mine to come. I don't have a car. So at the last moment, I discovered 5 minutes later that she didn't feel good. And so she wasn't coming today. Okay. So I walked back to where I live. It's a little distance from where the pickup would have happened. And on the way back, I tuned in. And I said, thank you for this moment. But I was really disappointed because I love the Sunday meeting all the people here and just being here. And so between the disappointment and the, okay, thank you that I'm here now, they sort of managed to merge with them. And okay, I gave up. So it's a Sunday without seeing my friends. And then at the last moment, again, something happened. Somebody else called me and said, that's all right. There are people waiting at the spot looking for you. Okay. So this is part of the miracle why I'm here. But looking at the greater picture, what came to me the most is just let go. Okay, I tried. I called this one and that one and tried to manage my way here. But beyond that, at the back of it, is just letting go. Okay, so the plans are different. Letting go. This is wonderful. Thank you.
Hello, somebody else. A big pregnant pause. Somebody else. Come on. I know you have something to share.
I can share. Is that okay?
Yes.
Is this my turn too? Should I just share from here? Okay. Yeah, about 6 months ago, I was in a very dark place. I was very depressed, and I went into the woods that are close to my house in Honoka'a, and it's kind of my secret spot. My husband doesn't know where it is. No one knows where it is, but it's my secret spot to pray and to meditate and to feel close to nature. And so I went there to kind of console myself. And it wasn't really helping on that day. I just felt drenched in kind of a darkness and a hopelessness. And I asked for a sign. I was like, just anything, like the wind blowing up, anything. I just want a sign that there's something more to give me hope. And nothing. It was silent. So I was crying more. I had my eyes shut. And suddenly, my husband appeared walking through the woods. I couldn't believe it because he doesn't know where that is. It's far from our house. I had said I was just going for a walk up the road and I wasn't gone that long. Like there's no reason for him to be there. He doesn't really like to walk. So I was like, what are you doing here? He appeared in the woods and I shared with him my thoughts. And he said, may I give you a blessing? And I've never had a blessing before. We're both of different religions. We're very different. He's Hawaiian Samoan. I'm obviously not. We're just like more different in every possible way, but we have a deep love for each other. And he said, may I give you a blessing? I said, okay, I don't know what that is really. But he put his hands on my head and he gave me a blessing. And he said he doesn't even remember the words he said, but I remember it was like the words just poured into me, infused me. And above anything else, what I found from that day that I believe is true is that God, the universe, there's something that is aware of each of us. And that I felt very seen and that God was aware of me. And I was just so grateful. That's my miracle. Yeah. Thank you.
See, the simplest things can be miracles. Every time I see a pregnant woman, I think, a walking miracle. And every single one of us are walking miracles.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to have another song. I think
We're doing one more song?
I think the one we already sang was the second song,
Okay.
but I think, isn't that
Well,
right that you have another one?
It's,
prepared?
I could do another
yeah,
one.
we have room for it for time-wise. We just, is it on my sheet?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Go for it, Lauren.
Sure. This is a song I wrote called Entwined. And it's a good one to just kind of meditate and relax.
Wow, I didn't want to come back. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Is that your own piece?
Yeah.
That's gorgeous. Thank you for your musical gift and sharing it. Yeah. Thank you. Well, I'm going to introduce Laura now. Introducing Laura Reid. Laura Reid is a best-selling author, an international speaker, and a coach in both writing and speaking. She holds a master's degree in education and teaches public speaking at Hawaii Community College. But long before she stood on stages around the world, she understood a very personal way the fear of speaking, of being judged, and the fear of not being able to express what was in her heart. Through that experience, Laura discovered something life-changing. The things we fear most often hold the keys to our freedom. That's a powerful statement. Since then, Laura has spoken on stages worldwide and has helped people from many walks of life communicate with greater courage, clarity, and authenticity. She believes every person has a voice worth hearing and a story worth telling, and that when we learn to speak from that deeper place, we not only transform our communication, but also our lives. Please welcome Laura Reid.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Oh, might be covering my mic. Is my mic still good? The delay? Okay. Well, thank you. I have never felt so peaceful and relaxed before speaking. And it's just a very warm welcome. And you're right, Leah, the energy like within this room today, I can feel it too. Can you feel it? It's very, very special. So thank you for having me today and the beautiful music, the welcome, and for all of you for being here today. We talked a bit about miracles, and you're right, there's an ordinary miracle. There's an ordinary miracle just of existence, right? Like just that we get to be here and exchange our energy with each other and be present in these moments of community, being together. That is a miracle in of itself. So, and I'm very grateful for that. Joseph Campbell said, "The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek." It's one of my favorite quotes, but I also find it a little bit annoying because we often don't equate fear with treasure, right? And why would we want to enter the dark, scary cave? You know, we might tell ourselves, I'm good out here. You know, I've got snacks and it's nice. But I have found that entering that cave, facing our fears, can be so liberating, and it's ultimately what will set us free. And that's what I'm here to speak on a bit today, and to share with you a way that you may never feel anxiety or fear again in many situations, not just public speaking, right? Although I did take note, most of you did not come up to the mic this morning to share. And did you know that 77% of the population has a fear of public speaking? It's actually a greater fear percentage-wise than death. Death is number 2, right? So statistically, you know, some of you may have some of those nerves, right? And I'll be helping you today to overcome some of those. I grew up really finding my voice, I would say, in a very literal way. I speak often of finding your voice, speaking your truth as a metaphor, but for me, it was a literal journey. When I was a little girl, I had a severe stutter, and it felt like a monster was living in my throat. Every time I tried to speak, the monster would wake up and eat my words. Yeah. Even the simplest question, like, what's your name? I wasn't able to answer. In fact, that was my most dreaded question. For a lot of people who stutter, we learn to switch our words out if there's a word that we know we're going to have a block on. But when there's no other answer but one, we can't do that. So to say Laura was so difficult for me at one point. I actually thought of changing my name. I just wanted to be named Sally, like my cousin, because that was easy for me to say. But of course, it's all mental. Right? So then one day, about 19 years ago, when I was 40, I know the math doesn't add up because you all think I'm 33. But I was walking down the street and I saw a sign. It wasn't that kind of sign like I spoke of this morning, but it was a literal sign for a storytelling competition. And have you ever had that moment where it's like your brain is saying no, but your gut is saying, yes, do it, right? Here's a little speaking tip when you're looking for opportunities, like always trust your gut, right? I entered that competition and I walked towards my biggest fear. And the most surprising thing was, it was on that stage, in front of a microphone, sharing my story, that I found this surprising refuge, a sanctuary. And I was so exhilarated by that. Right? And then after I was finished speaking, I won the contest. And that gave me confidence. But more than that, what I really won was realizing that the people that were coming up to me afterwards, like I was giving them permission to share their stories, right? And my story was almost like a survival guide for them, right? And they knew then that maybe they could get up on that stage as well. So ultimately, what I discovered was that what you fear might just set you free. Because today, I can confidently say, I'm Laura. And I help people now find their voice, speak their truth, share their deepest and most impactful stories. We spoke today of love quite a bit with those 3 words or less. Some of you got a couple bonus words, I'll let you have that. But there was so much of love. I heard the word love over and over and over again. Now, I used to believe that the opposite of fear was love. But now I believe that there is love within fear. Because often what we fear is pointing us in a direction that we need to go in. Right? There's a reason why we're feeling that fear. It might be there's a shame or a certain resistance or unworthiness. I think in the reading this morning talked of the imposter syndrome a bit, right? And you know, just getting out there and loving and living with compassion, right? And sometimes that fear can hold us back from it, or at least that's what we tell ourselves. But when in reality, those things that we fear are there to guide us and to help us walk towards the thing that we're afraid of, right? Because when you run towards it instead of away from it, you will be amazed at what you can find. There is no growth in staying outside of that cave, right? We must make ourselves not immune to fear, but make it a friend to us to be able to enter that cave. Now, because I went through so many years of fearing public speaking, like I believe that I was just the most afraid of anyone, right? So when I was 40, getting back to that, I was in a teacher staff meeting. I used to teach at a Montessori school, and I'll never forget it. It was my first job coming back from being a mom, and we're going around the room, and I saw the word that I dreaded most. In fact, it was on our agenda this morning, and I got to kind of have that full circle moment where, oh, I don't fear this anymore. It was the word introductions. Introductions, because again, I knew that was my hardest thing, to just introduce myself. So we're in the staff meeting and we're going one by one, introducing ourselves. Everyone else in the room I was so envious. They could just speak so fluidly. They weren't even thinking about it, I thought. They're just saying their name, introducing themselves. And as I got closer and closer to my turn to speak, I started getting like a little nauseous. I had pains in my back. I was getting really sweaty and shaky. And I didn't know it then, but I was having a full-blown panic attack. I was 40 and I couldn't say my name. And I needed that job. And I felt like I was an imposter, like I was going to be found out. How could I teach children when I couldn't even speak? So just as it was about to get to me, it was about 2 people in, and I couldn't handle it. I couldn't take it another second. I got up and I left. I said that I had to go home sick. But really, I went home just ashamed. And that's when I knew that I had to make a change. Right? And it was shortly after that that I saw that sign and I entered that competition. Right? And I never would have imagined, like all these years, these decades later, how much my life has changed. I mean, we all live here in Hawaii and we know this place transforms you, right? And I think Leah had said, love transforms you. Let that transform you. And it's filled with so much love to be here, right? So I encourage everybody to also embrace that. Let that keep transforming you closer to finding your story that you need to share and speaking your truth. So how do we enter that cave when we're a little bit fearful of it? Right? So I've studied fear quite a lot, and I've developed a way that you're not going to find anywhere else. I invented it, but I found that it's kind of obvious once you know, but it's very counterintuitive to our culture. And our culture and society and Instagram and social media, all the things tell us frequently we have to break out of our comfort zone, right? We constantly have to grow, right? We have to step out of our comfort zone, right? That there's nothing exists to grow outside of it. But what happens, and there's a lot of brain research behind this, but I don't have time to go into that today. What happens when we tell ourselves we are breaking out of our comfort zone? It's a very kind of aggressive act, first of all. And if we say, yes, I'm going to do this scary thing. I'm going to get up and speak. I'm going to be bold and confident, right? Our brain freaks out a bit. And it's actually called nervous brain. And when your brain is in that nervous brain mode, guess what? All of those symptoms come up, right? Just like my pre-panic attack, right? We get a little shaky, right? Our voice gets shaky. Your mouth might get really dry. That used to always happen to me. And we forget what we're going to say often, right? So if you have a fear of public speaking and you're telling yourself that, you might just have the thing that happen, your fear of forgetting your words, which is a big fear. You might have that happen, right? So it's all the things we really don't want when we're speaking. And all the things we don't want in any kind of communication situation, right? You're asking for a raise, or you're raising your hand in a staff meeting or a PTA meeting, whatever it is, right? We don't want our brains to be in that state. So the opposite of that is to have your brain in a relaxed mode, which sounds really great, but how do we get there? Okay. So I believe that we all have our own unique comfort zones, right? It's that place where you feel most at peace, most like yourself, most authentic, that place where you could just recite a poem, right? Not even think about what you're saying and just truly be at ease with yourself, right? Do all of you have a place like that? Right? Okay. I want you to imagine it right now. Go to that comfortable place. You can close your eyes if you wish. How does it feel when you're there? Right? How do you feel when you're there? Maybe think about 3 words or so that describe that feeling when you're in your comfort zone. Okay, you may open your eyes. All right. Would one person like to share a few things, a few of their words, how they feel when they're in their comfort zone? Would you like to share?
Peaceful, happy, powerful, strong, intelligent.
I love that.
Lots of things.
Peaceful, happy, strong, intelligent. I'm missing one, but so beautiful. Yes.
When I feel that I'm not being judged.
No judgment. You're not being judged by anyone. Isn't that the best? Right? Yeah, including yourself. We're our own worst critics. Okay, here's the thing about judgment. I'm going to call on you next too. No one is judging you, right? Because no one is really thinking about you. I know it sounds a little harsh, but we're all just in our own heads, right? Like we're just thinking about our next thing. Well, what do I need to get at Costco? Is this or that? Or, whatever it is. No one is really judging you. So you can just let that go, right? Let that go. And then you're just dealing with your own self-judgment. And that might be something to work on a little more, but you're capable of overcoming that as well. Did you want to share your words?
So, the oneness.
Oneness.
When I'm in the oneness, there's no differentiation, there's no difference, there's no, everything's all one. So there is no judgment, there is no anything. Yeah. It just is.
A oneness. I love that so much. You're right, because usually when we're fearing judgment or we're afraid of what we're about to do, it's separating it. In a way, we're separating ourselves from that thing. And we're making that thing like the monster in my throat, right? It's like this separate entity that we have to fear instead of being one with it. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
All right.
I just had a public speak in front of a whole bunch of people that I represent. So I went back to that situation of what I did, and it just comes, it just flows.
Oh, you spoke from your heart. I can tell, and it just flowed because you were at one. I love that so much. All right. So I heard these beautiful words of how you feel when you're in your comfort zone. So let me ask you this. Why would you ever want to leave? Right? Why must we tell ourselves we have to break out, step out of our comfort zones? Right? What I offer instead, and I invite you to do and to practice, is instead of saying you must step out of your comfort zone to do this scary thing, you must make yourself uncomfortable, right? Learn how to expand that feeling out to everything that you might encounter that's a little bit scary during your days, during the rest of your days, right? So that you may always feel that oneness. I love that so much. That's the first time anyone's ever used that word. And I'm going to keep that with me because I think that's really so powerful to think about. It's a oneness with ourselves and with our place on the earth and with our voice and our spirit and our love, right? And then there's nothing to fear, right? And peace, right? And intelligence. I love that you said that too, right? Because you're recognizing your own wisdom in that moment in your comfort zone, right? So what I welcome everyone to do then is instead of the next time, right, you're doing a scary thing, instead of stepping out of your comfort zone, to remind yourself to step into it and be that peace, right? Like we shared Gandhi's quote, right? Be the change you want to see in the world, right? Be the change within yourself that you want to also see within yourself, Imagine living your whole days, feeling that oneness, feeling peace and calm. Right? I used to think that to get up and speak, I had to get into this like badass kind of confident mode, right? I had to be bold, right? So those were the words that I would try to manifest for myself. That was the intention that I wanted to set. Like, I'm going to get out there, and it was like this alter ego version of myself. I'm going to be all like Tony Robbins, rah, rah, and get everyone energetic, because I thought that's how I had to be. I thought I had to have this like speaker voice and get out there and just, get everyone on their feet and just be this very, very confident version of myself. What I have found is that confidence, true confidence, comes from acts of confidence. It's just every time we're speaking a little bit more courageously, right? We're doing the thing, like it starts to evolve. It's not something you can set as an intention, right? Because then one day you're going to find yourself doing the thing that you're scared to do, and you won't even be telling yourself, oh, I got to be confident. You're going to get done doing it, feel exhilarated, want to do it again, and realize, oh, like I was confident and I didn't even realize it. Like, that's true confidence with that. So returning back to the quote, what you fear, oh, that's my quote, what you fear will set you free. What Joseph Campbell had said, the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure that you seek. Right? Here's the thing. When you find that treasure, remember, it's not yours to keep. Right? What's in that treasure chest for you? What's there? Right? That treasure that you find is meant to give away. Right? Because that light that you found in the darkness can be shared with someone else who needs that light in that moment. Right? And I believe that we are all here to share our stories, to create, right? No matter how you do that with art and photography, or whatever it is that you love to express and share into the world. Maya Angelou said that there is no greater agony than an untold story within you. Right? But I would add to that there is no greater joy and delight and expression of love than releasing that story out into the world, than sharing it with someone else, than stepping into your own vulnerability. Right? Because when we become vulnerable, we are giving other people that permission. Right? And there's such a beauty in that. There's such a compassion in doing that. Thank you all so much. I didn't keep track of time, so I have no. Oh, I do? Oh, good. I have, okay. Time like swung by for me. I wanted to speak a little bit more as well on story. And this is something that I will be sharing in a little bit more depth as we go. But I believe that we're all, we have this inner being within us. Right? And that is really our truest, most authentic voice. Right? And I don't know if you're familiar with this story, but in Thailand, about, I think it was like 500 years ago, these Thai monks had this enormous statue of Buddha. It was golden, and it was like their prized possession. But they found out that an attack was imminent. Right? This is a true story. As the Burmese army was about to attack them. And above all else, they wanted to protect that golden Buddha. So they covered it in layer upon layer of clay. Right? Now, the army did attack. and all those monks were killed in the attack. But the Buddha survived for hundreds of years after that, until one day, another group of monks had to move the Buddha from one temple to another. And it was incredibly heavy. And they had all these ropes, everything. They didn't really think it was worth much because it was just made of clay, right? But they hoisted it up with these ropes, not being too careful with it, and it fell. The ropes broke under all that weight. It fell, and a single crack revealed the truth. Right? Gold was illuminating from beneath. Right? So they went and they grabbed their hammers and their chisels, and they started to chisel down layer after layer until they discovered that that Buddha was made entirely of gold. All of you have a golden Buddha within you. That is your story, your most authentic self, your love, your purpose, your miracle of existence being here. But what happens is over time, we start to cover it up often with clay. And that clay might be worrying about judgment, other people's opinions, comparison, self-doubt, right? Our worries, gluten, maybe. And we cover it up so until it's so thick that we forget what was even there to begin with. We can no longer see it. So I want you to imagine what those layers might be for you. Right? What is your clay made of that might be covering up, right? Your truest expression, your most brilliant version of yourself. What are those layers? And I encourage now all of you to take out your own chisel and your hammer and start chipping away at those later layers so you can be reunited with that golden Buddha that is within you. And I believe so much has to do with finding our voice, finding our truest voice, right? And for me, I shared my literal journey of that, of finding my voice. But for you, it might be more more of a metaphor, right? Or it might be a deepest desire that you've long forgotten, maybe from your childhood, right? That you can, it's never too late to just reunite with, to rediscover that passion, right? If you watch little children, I mean, they have no self-doubt. They don't know what imposter syndrome is. They're just filled with pure love and they love themselves. They're like, hey, look at me. Look how incredible I am, right? Watch me do this amazing thing. Look at that tree. Look at the sky. They're just in total awe of everything. They have a reverence and a wonder for the world, right? And getting back into that, like reconnecting with that kind of joy, I believe will lead you towards your truest voice, your truest expression, your golden Buddha, and truly towards that liberation and that freedom. So that, yes, that person that is out there just waiting to hear your story in the dark, you'll be able to share your light. Mahalo. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Laura.
You're welcome.
That was a beautiful story. I want to chip away at the clay. Anybody else? There is so much depth to all of us. There's so many layers, kind of like an onion, if we're willing to peel it back. what's next. Yes. Oh, yeah.
sure.
We do have a few more minutes.
Oh, yes, okay.
Just the 50 part.
Yeah, okay.
I just hit 50, so I was
Oh,
just
congratulations.
Thank you. What was kind of like, where's your title? Because it feels like really powerful, like what inspired it?
Oh, thank you. Well, I moved here to Big Island when I was 50. So it's been, about 9 years. And I felt that this chapter of my life was the most transformative, even though I dreaded turning 50. I just dreaded everything possibly about it. But what I found instead was, wow, what a liberating time, because yeah, like I don't care what people think. Like this is me, this is my body, this is it, it's like whatever. Where I used to just like obsess over what people thought about me, and I want to be with the cool girl group, and all of those things. I mean, like I was sharing earlier a bit, I'm an introvert, but I still want to be invited to the party. I'm not going to go. But I like having those invitations. And I think to get invited, I felt like I had to be like a people pleaser, right? And so right now I'm very much a recovering people pleaser. But all of those lessons that I have found through this journey, this chapter in my 50s, right? So that book over there, every chapter is an F word, so it's, but it's not what you think. Although there is that one chapter, but friendship, family, fortune, like all of these things, I wanted to address and to help empower women 50 and beyond. I have a friend that's in her 70s that loves it, a friend that's in her 30s that loves it. And again, in expressing ourselves, whether it's through a book or however you're doing it, I think it's so important to love ourselves, like the things about ourselves that we might hide from others, right? That golden Buddha. And it took me really until my 50s to be in touch with, yes, I do kind of like to swear, sorry. And I love dancing around to all kinds of music. So I included a soundtrack in the book. So every chapter has its own soundtrack you can download on Spotify. And yeah, I just started to embrace that. So that's why that was really the inspiration. And if you had told me when I first moved here to the island, where I would be right now, I'm divorced. Never thought I was married over 20 years. I'm divorced. I am remarried to the Hawaiian Samoan man I mentioned earlier. I have a entirely new life. Right? I would just say you're absolutely crazy. 100% chance none of that is happening. Right? So I share a lot of those stories too, because I think a lot of women in their 50s, we think we need to be like at this certain place in our lives. And instead, I found myself completely starting over. So I think there's so much growth within that and lessons within that. Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Of course.
Question.
So I loved listening to you.
Thank you.
And I got a lot out of it.
Thank
so
you.
my question for you is, I mean, obviously, I'm assuming you prepared something for the talk. But when you get up there and you're talking, where's the place that you go to? Where did you go to today when you were delivering this talk?
Thank you for that question. Yeah, I definitely have learned to just step into my comfort zone to try to live there. I do still get anxious about certain things, but I was actually thinking about it while I was sitting here and I saw the word introductions, right? And I remember that because it's almost like a PTSD or something. But I'm like, nope, I got this. And I went to a place of calm. For me, it's a place of, I think similar to you, like a oneness, a knowing that that there's a force greater than me that is always aware of me, and that the universe is always conspiring for my success, and that I'm always supported and always stronger than I think, because I've been through too in the past 9 years, I've been through so much pain and grief and all the things, right? And I've gotten through it, and I am stronger. Although sometimes I joke, like, okay, I'm good, like I'm strong enough. You don't have to keep sending me these lessons. Like I've got this, you know. But yeah, but that's where I go. So yeah. I would say it's more that energy. I mean, today I've shared different parts of what I shared this morning already, but I never share it the same way twice. And I don't believe in memorizing a script. I believe that we internalize it. But that's why storytelling is so important too, because you know your story. Only you can tell your story the way you're going to tell it. So the more that we can have stories in our presentation, the more we can feel that sense of calm and confidence too, because we're returning to something that we know by heart, and we can speak from our heart in that way, right? So yeah. Oh, good. I'm so glad. I didn't lead you through this activity. We didn't have time, but there's another method that's really beautiful. Kind of speaks to Carl Jung a bit, that we can get in touch with our inner shadow, right? Our shadow self. That's the place that you hide away from everybody else. You're kind of ashamed of who that is. But when you really get in touch with your shadow and you partner with it and you become one with the shadow, then there's nothing to fear. So there's another speaking strategy where you just bring your shadow up with you on stage, right? And it's just you're partnered right there together. And I found that very helpful as well. And that's a method that I also teach. Yeah, but thank you for that question. Yeah. I also have a book on public speaking. Yeah.
Any other questions? We're done now?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Sally has.
I'll give a quick answer.
Okay. I was interested that storytelling is what brought you out of your shell.
Yeah.
And I wondered if you continued the storytelling genre. And
I did.
I love that myself.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, since I was little, I've always been a writer because I felt writing was, it was a place I could express myself without worrying about speaking. So I've always continued through writing and helping people write books, that kind of thing. But yes, I joined Toastmasters, and I entered a lot of the international speech contests. That's actually how I met my husband. He was a competitor with me. Yeah, I hated him. He was so good. Like, I thought I was going to win this contest for sure. And he came on. I was, who the heck is Kane Kamano? Oh my gosh, he's so good. I knew in 3 seconds he was going to win, and he did. And I came in second. But keep your enemies close. So. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for the questions. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your questions. Well, time for some more beautiful music, background music, while we pass the koa bowl. We appreciate any of your gifts, as it helps us, assists us keeping the lights on here. Mahalo.
In honor of Juneteenth, I'm going to play God Bless the Child by Billie Holiday.
Another yummy one. You have magical fingers, Lauren. Thank you. My mom was a pianist, and I used to love to hear her play. And the piece you played earlier, was it Chopin? Or was it Debussy that went in classical? That was Beethoven. Okay, Beethoven to mom. Yes, she used to play that piece. Yeah, it's just some beautiful music. What would we do without it, right? Of all the arts on the planet, oh, I don't want to lose any of them, but music definitely on the top of the list. And the top of our list right now is announcements. So Laura gets to go first, and I'm excited to hear about your class this afternoon and whatever else you want to share.
Yes, thank you so much. So if you want to stick around, right, after the potluck, from 1 until 3:30, I will be teaching a workshop called Unleash Your Inner Storyteller. And we'll be diving deep. It's very interactive. You'll be creating, everyone will be leaving with a really powerful story. And I'm teaching some of my favorite like frameworks and devices to make the story as alive as it can possibly be. So I'm super excited to be able to be with you for that. Also, right after this, after we're done with the closing song, I'll be over at the table over there, and I'll be signing books if you'd like one of my books. And I also have a little information I could share with you about a book writing program that I have that I'll be teaching in September. Again, I'm teaching one right now in the summer, but it's already started. It's been one of the most rewarding things I've done to help people that have a book inside them get that released into the world. So I start the next one in September. It's over before 2027. So if you want to step into your author era in 2027, then either scan the QR code I have over there. It's called The Write Club, is my book writing program, or come talk to me about it and I'll send you some more information. One last thing, I am offering everyone here a story kind of strategy session. So it's 45 minutes, completely complimentary. So you can scan the code there as well to just sign up on my scheduling link, and we can dive deep into either a fear you might have, helping you with public speaking, or creating a story that you want to create together. So I would love to connect more deeply with each of you. So that's only through the end of August. So make sure you grab a spot. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And just so that everybody knows, what is the cost of your class today?
It's a donation or a, what's the word, suggested, that's the word, suggested donation of $20 for the workshop. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, coming up at New Thought Center, obviously we are here every Sunday at 10 a.m. in person here on the Lanai or by live stream. And in case you're interested or you miss a Sunday or you're not feeling well or whatever it is, you can go back to any date in the past and watch it on YouTube. Isn't that cool? I mean, there's like a big library there of information because we have a different speaker every week instead of having a pastor. So that is variety is the spice of life. All right. We do offer free childcare. We do ask that the reservation would be put in by Friday so that we can arrange to have someone here for any child or children. Our next 3 Sundays. Next Sunday, Laura Prince will be here. The title of her speech is Awakening Your Sparkle, Practices to Connect with Joy and Creative Self-Expression. Music by Joe Conti. On 7/12, we have Kelly Cipher. Her title is Spirit Has No Other Plan, Had Other Plans, Walking the Path of Destiny, with music by Sakshi Zion. On 7/19, Craig Villarubia, A Course in Miracles and the Practice of Forgiveness, with music by Dick Franklin. We have weekly classes here on Monday afternoons, 4:30 to 5:30. Jen An Wong teaches Tai Chi and Qigong, all levels, $15 per class. The end of the month potluck is happening today. Woo-woo! And don't worry if you didn't bring anything. It's a loaves and fishes moment, okay? There's always enough food. So please stay and enjoy the community that's here. Meet someone new, rub elbows, tell a story. We have crystal bowl meditations every second Sunday. So the next one is on 7/12, and that's from 9 to 9:30. I always suggest get here a little early and get the mat of your choice closest to the bowls. It's a very healing experience. And then you get to come and sit and listen to service, and you're already in the Zen mode. Pretty special, yeah? This is a very special place, in case you hadn't noticed, those of you that are new, and all of you that know this place. Aren't we fortunate? So blessed. Let's see. Our special today is this afternoon. Laura Reid is going to be, as she said, offering Your Story Matters, Unleash the Power of Your Voice from 1 to 3:30. We'll be in the Honua room, and the suggested donation is $20. On Sunday, 7/12, workshop by Kelly Cipher, Surfing the Sound Waves of Healing, 1:30 to 3:30 in the Honua room, sliding scale, $20 to $40. We also, in case you're wondering, the lanai doesn't always look like it does right now. There's magic helping hands every time we do anything here. And we're always looking for extra helping hands. So those of you that might be of interest to help in any way, we are always looking for volunteers. The sign-up sheet is on the table near the entrance here. And we have some special needs, people that are good at painting, carpentry, lei making, video editing. We also have a prayer team. If you have a prayer, we suggest that you can put your request in the prayer ministry box. There's a wooden Honu box on the side table there, and you just fill out the form and put it in the box. And your prayers will be prayed on for a week. If you are submitting for someone else, we just ask that you have their permission to do so. If you're new, you can sign the guest book and receive a weekly e-newsletter, or you can sign up via our new website, www.newthoughtcenterofhawaii.com. And on that subject, we are excited here. I happen to be on the board of directors, and we have exciting news. We have a new website coming. So we are excited. It's been a long time in planning, and we found the right person, and it's in process. So get ready. We'll be announcing that pretty soon. It is time for singing along together. We're going to make a big circle and sing Hawaii Aloha. For those of you that don't know it, there are the signs up on the wall here for the words, and just sing along and have fun. Thank you for everybody for being here today. Aloha.
Test, test, test. 1, 2. Test, test. Looks like we're good.
beautiful voice.
Thank you. Singing is such a joy.
Oh,
It's one of those
yeah.
things we get to do, like
Sing along. I know we don't do sing alongs much anymore. It is good. All right, I'm going to go over to my spot.
Get some food out of the fridge.